In this video, we are going to see the second type of battery, nickel cadmium battery. So in the nickel cadmium battery construction, here the sealed cells are used. Here this is the widely used battery due to its excellent mechanical and electrical characteristics. Here this battery is placed in a sealed method. It is made up of jelly roll structure. Jelly roll means each electrodes are sandwiched. Here you see this red color is positive electrode, and then this yellow color it is separator, then again negative electrode, blue color negative electrode, then separator, again positive electrode, like this. So jelly roll electrodes. So this type of structure allows high current to be delivered in efficient way. So these batteries can deliver high currents and you can recharge it hundreds of times. So this avoids the abuse of over discharging and overcharging. And here this is a positive electrode. It is a sintered positive electrode. Sintered nickel positive electrode. Sintered means here this metal is pressed or heated up and it is applied high pressure, but it won't melt. This metal is compressed into a solid form, but it won't change into a liquid form. So that is the sintering process. So the sintered positive electrode is used, and the same thing here also sintered negative electrode. It is also pressed and powdered negative electrode is used. In between two electrodes, separators are used. Here these electrodes are in the form of jelly roll structure and it is enclosed in a can for protection. And here this positive electrode is connected to the seal to the top by using the positive tab, and this core is enclosed by the electrodes in the can, and the negative electrodes are welded inside the can. Here the seal is used for protection and the cap is also there. Here the cap, suppose overcharging or overcharging occurs, means here the battery has the possibility to burst. In order to avoid that, here the protection equipments also used here. So that is given in this slide. Here the positive electrode is of a sintered nickel structure, and then negative electrodes also a sintered nickel substrate by pasting or pressing the negative active material onto a substrate. Here the sintering process takes place in the material used. After processing, here the positive and negative electrodes are cut into side and placed in a jelly roll structure, and then in between these two electrodes a separator material is placed. Usually the separator material used is a unwoven nylon or polypropylene. And then this roll is inserted in a rugged nickel plated steel can, that is the outer can. There electrical connections are made. Negative electrode is welded and a press connected to the can. The positive is connected to the top cover through the positive tab. And here only the electrolyte is of very small quantity and no free liquid electrolyte. Here this cover assembly protects the rupture in case of excessive pressure buildup due to overcharging or over discharging rates. Now let us see the principle. So this nickel cadmium battery uses nickel oxide in its positive electrode, that is the cathode part, and the cadmium compound in the negative electrode. Thus the name nickel cadmium. Nickel oxide in positive, cadmium in electrode, negative electrode. And the electrolyte used here is potassium hydroxide solution. So this battery is a rechargeable one, so we can use it repeatedly. So this nickel cadmium battery converts the chemical energy to electrical energy upon discharging. So during discharge, we are getting connected to the load will get the supply electrical output, so that converts electrical chemical energy to electrical energy. While charging, we are giving electrical input to the battery and that it converts it into the chemical energy. So this is the equation. So while discharging cadmium plus water, here cadmium is the negative electrode, and then a potassium hydroxide solution, nickel oxide is given. While discharging, we are getting the nickel hydroxide solution and the cadmium hydroxide. So fully discharged means nickel hydroxide and the cadmium hydroxide. While the battery is charged, this the reverse process takes place. It's all about the nickel cadmium battery. Thank you.